They say that brand is what they say about you when you're not in the room, right? I mean, we all know that. We all have done it. We all do it. I am not a brand expert, but I am a style expert. And what I do is I work with people to match their style with their brand, the brand of who they are. And thinking that you're not a brand, I mean, I've done a post on this. If you breathe, you're a brand. Everybody is selling something. I don't care if you're selling yourself, your products. I don't care if you're selling yourself to somebody that you're like looking to marry. I don't care who you're selling yourself. We're all selling ourselves. So that's what I mean when I talk about you as a brand, whether it's business or personal or whatever, you are telling a story with your style, right? So one of the things about a brand is what? There's always packaging, right? When there's a product. So think of yourself as a product. And let's use I don't know, face cream as an example, right? You go to the store, you see a bunch of things, you don't know which one you're going to pick. And then you walk up to the shelf and all of a sudden a certain color pops out at you, or a certain font, or a certain wording about the product, or the shape of the bottle, or something like that. All of these things are packaging to sell what's in it, right? So to not think of your clothes, your style as packaging is really a missed opportunity. Think about it. Say you're in a room and somebody just gave a great speech, or even if you're at a cocktail party and somebody's like really interesting and they tell this great story, or they tell something really informative or whatever, and they walk away, and then what is the first thing we do if they're dress wear? You're like, what the hell were they wearing, right? I mean, it's still there and we love it, but that was obviously something that caught our attention, and that's the first thing we're sharing, not how brilliant the person was, right? So that's what I want you to think about. People are like judging in that way. So I recently read this book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, and in it, he's talking about how rich people know how to package themselves. And not only do they know how to package themselves, but they're always willing to promote themselves. They're always willing to sell themselves better than the normal people, right? And that's why they become rich, The point I'm trying to make with that is when you're actually thinking about packaging, what are like the values that you want to get across? What is the idea of who you are that you want to get across? It's not just about like looking good and looking fashionable and looking in style and looking whatever. You want to make sure however you're packaging your product is what it is, right? So like if you're a sustainability person, right? Are you wearing things that are like earth tones and they look like they're like of a certain type of fabric and things like that. Things that seem to marry well with what you're talking about. Or say you're an architect, right? And you're looking like sharp and angular or modern or creative, whatever the kinds of things that you're building, you have a vibe to that. People pick up on that. And it's really, again, I go back to this and I always say it's a tool that you can use to get your message across, even without talking. It's like it all works together. So what I want you to do is remember, your wardrobe and your style is part of your packaging. And if you're not thinking about it, you really are missing out. So think about this next time you're going shopping or next time you're putting together an outfit. And I promise you, if you think differently about this, you're going to show up differently and it's going to be a lot better.